There we go. We are live. I think we're live. Welcome, everybody, to Lunch with Len. It is Thursday, March 5th. And welcome, everybody who's here. And there is Chris. We'll just bounce her on over. And welcome. Hey, before we jump into a couple things to talk about today, the one thing I want to mention is that the hotel information is now available. It's the Radisson. It's $169 a night. And I'm thinking it's possible that they had, I looked at the room reservations last night, and they had, you can have up to 4 people in a room, but I think 4 people in a room was 2 sharing beds, like 2 king-size beds or 2 queen-size beds or something. So do we want to make like, of the 4 of us, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of us. Are we all going? Are we all going to live the dream?
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah. Craig's shaking his head. Yeah, you should. Okay. So maybe we should make a couple of room reservations. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. I can make one.
I'll make one. Can you send me the link? I was looking last night for the link, but I couldn't find it.
Okay. Well, the link is on the MLSP. Go to your MLSP into training. Under the training tab, you'll find Live the Dream 6. And if you click there, you'll find a direct link to the hotel.
I can do that.
Okay? Simple. Simple. Who is that?
Sorry, it's my cell phone.
Oh, okay.
Let me shut this off.
Okay. So, how's everybody doing? I'll report back to my progress on this. I went ahead and I did the SolarLAN. Did I report last week on the SolarLAN? I don't think so.
No, you didn't have a phone to call anybody.
Well, I still don't have a phone to call anybody. I got, I think it was 16 or 17. Of 56 clicks, I got 16 or 17 leads, and hard leads, which means they actually filled out the opt-in form, and they're in my back office in CRM, and they are in my AWeber list. And I've been hitting that list pretty hard, trying to get them to things like Wednesday night webinars and stuff. But so far, I can't gauge the level of success. In principle, according to the shipper, in principle, my replacement Magic Link is in San Diego by 8 o'clock today, and I can go up Saturday and pick it up, or tomorrow and pick it up. So hopefully by Saturday or Sunday I'll have phone service again, and I can start to call some of these people. But that segues me right into what Craig is doing. But before I go there, let me ask: does anybody else have anything that they're working on that's producing results that they want to share?
You know, I'm curious. I had the last SolarLAN I did. I had 4 people go to the training last night, and they were pretty much new to marketing at all. They didn't have a business at all. So the only thing I was nervous about last night was, the training was phenomenal, but they're also selling a product last night.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want brand new people that knew nothing about this thinking that every Wednesday they're going to try and sell something. So I'm curious to see how that goes over.
Yeah, I did have a couple people on the webinar last night, and I was actually, to be honest, I was a little disappointed that there was that hard of a sell right up front. So, you know.
Yeah, that was a problem.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Especially for new people, because I listened to last night.
Yeah. Now, am I the only one that hears Bill dropping in and out, or is other people having a problem hearing Bill?
Yeah, I hear him. He drops in and out a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, you are dropping in and out, Bill. I don't know if you need to get closer to the microphone or what you can do about that. But I think what you said is that you thought that was a problem for new people.
Yeah, it was difficult for new people to understand what was going on.
Yeah.
especially with a sale up front. I don't think they anticipated that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was a bit of a, quite honestly, a bit of a high-level webinar too, in terms of dealing with Facebook. For people that don't know much about Facebook advertising, it probably went.
But I had people that
Railheads.
didn't know anything about anything, when they were just looking for something, and so, they don't even know about MLMs. I didn't even bring up my MLM with them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's right. The webinar I'm going to do tonight at 5 o'clock is going to be a far different, much lower level. I mean, I'm taking this thing from the beginning, and we're doing an introduction to how you do this stuff. So, for new people, tonight's webinar I think will be a really good training if anyone wants to get them on it. And I'm not selling anything, not yet, anyhow. Not tonight.
Your audio's breaking up real bad too.
Mine is?
Yep.
Huh. Okay, that's curious what's going on with that. Is this better?
Say
Hello,
something.
is this better? Better?
Yes.
Yep, seems like
Okay,
it.
I'll just keep this closer to my mouth. Anyhow, for new people, the training I'm doing tonight at 5 o'clock my time is going to be is far different, and it's a much lower level. It's really entry-level training, picking up where we left off last week for anybody who was there last week. But I don't want to spend this half hour going over that stuff. So, Chris, you got anything?
No. Are we excited about Bert?
Yeah. Yeah, it happened a lot faster than I think he thought it was going to happen, because I talked to him about 3 or 4 days ago, and he thought he was close, but I don't think he thought he was that close.
Yeah, I talked to him 2 days ago, and he said he needed 2.
Okay. So, Craig is almost to L1.
Yay! So, Craig, tell us what you're doing.
Train us, Craig. How are you getting there? What are you doing? Where are you finding the people at, and what are you doing with them?
Well, I'm doing a combination of things, and I've really just picked up the content. I mean, putting out mass content. I am partial to video, so I've been doing a lot of video. I've been averaging probably 3 videos up a day. I'm going through, well, I'm not even counting. I don't know, some of y'all have seen this whole video meme that I do on a daily basis, and that's just one that I do for fun. And then I've been putting up a series that I'm working on every day, and then I've been putting up at least one on some content that I've learned recently in a seminar or whatever, or in a book I'm reading. So I've been trying to put up those 3 on a daily basis as often as I can, trying to be consistent with that. But every morning also I am going through the little deal that Diane Hockman taught about just going in and following people, and then they reciprocate by following you. So it's increasing my likes and follows and all that stuff. And I've been trying to do 50 a day on average. So it's a combination of those 2 things, as well as I've been consistent with Bert's 555. I haven't done it every day, but I'd say at least 3 or 4 times a week I'm doing the 555 for at least 1 session. So it's been really a combination of just getting busy, and it seems to be working for me. I've had a few sign-ups lately. I've got one that just went off the 10-day trial yesterday. I got 2 more that are on the 10-day trial, and I got 4 more that are looking seriously into MLSP right now. So
Cool. So where are you finding these people?
actually, most of them are finding my videos out there.
Where are you posting your videos?
Just on my Facebook fan page.
Okay.
I've been doing so much content creation I've got a ton of them. I gotta get loaded onto YouTube, but I haven't had the time to get them over there yet.
Nice.
So, go ahead. Oh, I think a lot of it has to do with the combination of me doing those 50 people a day through Diane's process that she said, and then them finding my videos, because every now and then on my now, of course, when you're doing the process that Diane said, when you're going out and following people and then they reciprocate and follow you, that's only done through the profile side. So about every 3-4 days, I put a little video on my profile inviting people over to my fan page. I don't do anything on my profile except for that every now and then, and getting people in that manner over to my fan page to take a look at it, and it seems to be working.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's pretty critical to get people to the fan page, huh?
Yeah.
Especially if that's where you're putting all your videos. So I've been doing both. I've been putting the morning coffee with Len. Am I still breaking up?
A little bit, but it's better.
I've been putting the coffee with Len videos on both the fan page and the personal page. Last week I was putting them up on the fan page and then sharing over to the personal page, and now this week I'm doing the opposite. I was just trying to see if there's any difference at all in engagement.
And I've been filling up my queue almost every day on Post Planner as well. So, I mean, my fan page is getting new content up there 6, 7, 8, 9 times a day, whether it's video or Post Planner or something.
Craig, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Are people commenting on your fan page about your Post Planner stuff? Because
I haven't really got many comments, but I've also been boosting my page $5 a day for quite a while.
But I mean, what are you boosting? Are you boosting your Post Planners or just your videos?
I'm boosting for likes.
For likes?
Yeah.
Okay. Because but Post Planner stuff I do on my personal page, I've got comments, and stuff like crazy, and then I get questions. What are you doing? Why are you posting like this? And I told somebody, I said, well, should I post when I go to a hot dog stand like a lot of other people do? I mean, this is better content, Yeah. What are you up to? But my fan actually for me, I've got about 5. I shot about 5 videos, and I probably have 10 videos worth of material from an event I went to last week with Les Brown. But what I'm doing is Saturday, I'm meeting a guy that I know has got 7 videos and has got 94,000 views on them on YouTube, and 7 videos.
Cool.
So we're gonna work together on editing my videos and putting them up the right way. And
nice.
he taught me some stuff on YouTube. And you go to some video that is kind of like what you're putting up, and hit the source page code, and you go to see what their keywords are,
right?
And have them in your description. And like I said, he's got 7 videos with 94,000 views.
Wow.
Well, after you meet with him, then you can train us, okay?
No, I will not. I'm going to keep it to myself so I can make all the money. Of course I will.
Okay.
So really, Lynn, I can't narrow it down to just one thing, except for it's just a lot of action right now in various different ways, and it seems to really have kicked into gear.
Great. That's really awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, because I've only been putting up the one video. Well, that's not true. Some days I put up 2 videos, but I've been consistently putting up the 1 video a day. And I'm getting a fair amount of engagement on that, but I'm still in terms of points for L1, I've got 2 points and I need 8 more.
Right.
So right now I haven't had anybody grab the trowel and sign up. So yeah. I'm still working on it.
Well, when I have 2 that are in right now that when their 10 days drop off, I'll be at 9. And So I got one more to go, and I got 4 people that are looking seriously, so it should happen.
And they're all signing up for university or mastery?
Mastery. I don't even approach with university.
Because you only need 3 people. Well, I guess you need 4 technically, because you need.
Yeah, you have to have 10 points.
So, 3 points it's still 3 points a person for mastery, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. Well, that's awesome, Craig. Congratulations.
Thanks.
I guess we can hold the congratulations for. How many points you have now?
9 right. Well, I've only got 3 right now, but 2 of them are about to drop off the 10-day trial, and I've been communicating with them every day, so there's no doubt it will. And as soon as they get off that 10-day trial, it'll be at 9 points.
So have you done anything like training videos on how to get started in MLSP, or are you holding their hand, setting up their accounts with them to keep them in there?
Yeah, I'm walking them through it. I haven't really done any training things. I am in the that jam session with Bert, and he's got some good walkthrough videos in there, and I have access to walk them through those videos. So.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Those videos that Bert did are great.
Yeah. Take a lot of the confusion out. It's good for new people.
Yeah, I did a training video, I don't know, a few weeks ago on how to get started with MLSP, your first day in MLSP.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how it compares to what Bert has because I haven't seen Bert's. How do you get into the jam sessions? You got to sign up for his $49 a month, or am I the only person not in the jam sessions?
I'm not either. You know, my person who got me in is not even in MLSP anymore.
Okay.
I don't know. If you're directly linked to Bert or Diane, you're automatically into them.
Okay, that's right. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I couldn't get into them. I tried.
I've purchased some additional training, coaching from Bert, so I have access to it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You talking about the Facebook group?
I don't know. How do you explain that, Chris? I'm new to it, really.
It was called Strawberry Jam, and we were jamming for January. Jamming in January.
Yeah. There's a jam session, they called it.
A Facebook group, a closed one, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a private group,
Yeah.
and you had to be under either Diane or Bert to get into it.
Right.
But you can bring your people in. If you're mastery with Bert, then you can put your people in too.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I am in MLSP. I'm under the PESCOs.
Oh,
I mean,
cool.
I went into MLSP, a couple of years ago. I didn't do anything with it in the beginning, like so many other people, but that's
Me too.
where I am. So, yeah. Well, anyhow, we'll talk about that another time.
I sat back in the shadows for a long time, and then finally started appearing.
Well, you're doing awesome. We need to start making more videos, I guess, and putting them up. My fan page is not responsive. It was sort of interesting that Michelle made the comment last night about buying leads from people in Egypt, because I've got a lot of people from Egypt in my fan page. And I always thought that it was because when I owned the flight school, I had a number of students. We had a bunch of students from Egypt. And I thought that that's where the Egyptian students came from. I don't remember ever paying for likes on my fan page, but maybe I did once a couple of years ago, and maybe that's where a bunch of them came from. Because I've got over 2,000 likes, but they're not responsive. They don't do anything. So
I'm under 500, but I'm like 480 or something.
Okay.
I've got 646, but I bought likes, but only maybe 50.
Well, like I said, if I ever bought mics, or likes, I might have, but I don't remember doing that, and it's certainly possible. I did a lot of things a couple of years ago that I don't necessarily remember. So great, great. So next week, Larry, you're going to teach us how to get our videos ranking on YouTube a little better.
Now, you know what? Can we do 2 weeks so that I can have a practice on my own?
Sure, you bet.
I would, because like I said, I want this. In fact, this guy's a great guy. He is. He was in another company. He's got MS, and he
MS.
Multiple sclerosis,
Yeah,
and then
okay.
he had to get out of his other company because of money and stuff like that. And but the guy he was in what's that company that David Wood has?
Empower Network.
Empower Network. He wants to get back into. He's looking to get back into that. But talk about a giving guy and not wanting much. I go out with him and stuff like that, but I'm going to probably spend 2 or 3 hours with him and do maybe set 3 of my videos up, and I want to come back and do more before I teach it.
Okay.
I don't want to be stumbling through it,
Understood.
and before I teach it to you guys.
Would he be willing to come on to this broadcast?
Yeah, maybe let me talk to him. I'll talk to him.
I know you don't know the answer, but bring the subject up with him. Introduce me to him. Maybe we can invite him to come on and be our guest.
Yeah, I'd love. You know what? I love that.
There you go. That could be an awesome way to get him introduced to the group. So
Okay.
Our schedule is pretty open. I do have one person coming on as a special guest. I think next week. I don't remember now. I'll have to look at the calendar on next Thursday, but it might be the week after that. I'm not sure. But we can rearrange the schedule. We can accommodate him, whatever his availability might be.
You know what? That's phenomenal. That's a great idea. I'll talk to him Saturday morning about it.
And if he's able to, it would be better if we could do it on a Tuesday because we don't have the hard stop because of the motivation manifesto. It's like having Susan last week. We were able to run over.
Yeah.
So otherwise we have to cut it off pretty tight on Thursdays.
I will definitely. Yeah. You know what? I will definitely talk to him. In fact, I might see if I can get a hold of him right after we're done today
Okay.
and see if we can set something up.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Anybody else?
Awesome. I'm sort of at a roadblock. I don't know.
What's the roadblock, Chris?
I don't know. I can't get motivated. So motivate me on the next show, okay?
Okay. Let's see. What does it take to get you motivated, Chris?
I don't know. A swift kick in the ass, I guess.
Well, bend over.
Okay.
We got 4 guys here. We'll swing hard.
Okay.
Hey, Glenn, were you wanting me to mention something real quick about that deal that Bert's got going on?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. He was a little vague on the webinar yesterday, and
It certainly was.
I don't know why he's being vague, but it's something that he approached me just because I have, purchased that extra training with him. It's not that I'm privileged or anything, but he introduced it to me, and I would highly recommend for you guys to at least take a look at it. He didn't even talk about the cost to get involved, but it's only $15. I mean, it's a no-brainer amount.
What is it? I don't know what it is.
It's a lead generation thing. You'd have to see it, and I encourage y'all to. At least when he opens it up and says, "Go look at the link," it'll explain everything to you before you put the $15 in. But 15 is all. It's a one-time thing. You don't have to do it every month or anything, and you get 100 leads. Inside of those 100 leads, they give you a script and everything, and it's got its own little CRM inside of it. It teaches you how to, what to say to people when you contact them if you get a hold of them. And after you get these leads, and like I said, you get 100 right off the bat, as long as you fill out the CRM inside of it on what the response was, whether you couldn't reach the people or you left a message on the voicemail or whatever, as long as you fill out the CRM inside of it, they will continuously upgrade the amount of leads you get, and you continuously get another 100 and another 100 and whatever.
I've been in that for a while.
Pardon me?
I've been in that for a while. It's MLM Recruit on Demand.
Yeah.
Well, the question I had, and it sounded last night like these were extremely low quality leads.
Well, I don't know that they're low quality. Like I said, I've only been in it for a couple of days now, so
Okay.
I've got 100 leads now. But at the time I started calling people, I had only had 30 at the time, and I had about 10 or 11 of them that were disconnected or bad phone numbers, and that's a given. You know, people don't always give out their true phone numbers.
Correct.
But then I left a voicemail on a whole bunch of them. I got a hold of like 6. I got 2 that definitely were not interested, but then I got 4 others that are looking at it.
Okay.
And it's kind of an approach just like MLSP is. If inside of this little program you put in your primary company and you ask them on the phone, you know, we got your number because we know that you are either are or have been in network marketing in the past and want to know if you're interested in looking at a new opportunity. They either say yes or no. And if they say no to a new opportunity, you show them the program how they can generate leads. So
I've been in it for about 6 months.
And how'd you do with it?
I called for like 3 days straight, and I had no luck with them. But you know, it could be me. But they are people. 90% of them are people, and they'll admit that they have been in network marketing before.
Yeah. And that's really the target you want. So, I mean, is it worth testing it out for $15? To me, it is.
Well, yeah, for 15.
As long as they sign up under me.
Pardon me?
As long as they sign up under my link.
Yeah.
I have a question now. What are you selling? Nets? Are you just selling that system, or are you selling like MLSP on it?
No.
Both. Both. If they're interested or if they're open to a new opportunity, you show them your primary, MLSP or whatever your primary business is. If they're already happy in the network marketing company they're in, then you promote that system. And it's all done automatically. It has autoresponders and everything.
When you say promote that system, you mean what's the name of it? MLM prospecting, or what's the name?
MLM Recruit on Demand.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not promoting MLSP. You're promoting MLM Recruit on Demand.
Well, you can promote MLSP as your primary if that's one you want to promote.
Okay.
So you come up front with whatever your primary is. If they're not interested in another business, you say, well, everybody needs leads, and this is how I found you. Would you take a look at MLM Recruit on Demand? So you got 2 things that you can give them there.
Okay. All righty. Well, that sounds interesting. Yeah, my original take on it was it sounded like they were pretty low quality leads, and now that you mentioned the price, $15, though, that's not a lot of money. Now, on the other hand, the solo ad I did last week cost me, I forget, but it was less than $20 for the 56 clicks, but that was only 15 or 16 or 17 actual leads.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to assume, but I don't know this based on Larry's experience, I'm going to assume that those are higher quality, but I don't know that because I haven't been able to call any of them. So,
Right.
You know, but anyhow, and I also don't think I've gotten any of them onto the webinar last night, although I really hammered them with emails about that. So we'll see. Cool. Okay, Craig. I shot an email back to or not an email, I shot a message back to Bert last night that told him I'm interested and I want to participate. I'm willing to participate in the roundtable telephone calling thing. So that's something else Bert is, well, I don't know though. Is that open to people? Is that open to everyone? I don't think it is.
Yeah, it will be.
Okay.
It will be.
Okay.
And Bert's been doing it for longer, so he's had better response than I have.
Okay.
But I still got another 70 leads to call, so we'll know here pretty quick.
Okay. Well, give us a report next week.
Okay.
All right, guys, girls. Anybody else have anything? If not, I'm going to shut it down and reboot the computer for Motivation Manifesto.
Sounds good.
See you in 15.
Thank you, everybody, and we'll talk again.
Very good.
Oh, so wait, Larry, I'm going to make a reservation. You're going to make a reservation. So between us, we're going to have 2 rooms.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Talk to you guys next week.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.